Two major powers in the Middle East, Iran and Israel, are currently clashing. A fierce war has broken out between them. As the conflict continues to intensify, various reactions are pouring in from the international community. For instance, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization recently issued a strong condemnation of Israel's actions. However, despite being a member of the SCO, India chose to distance itself from the statement. But why? That's what we'll explore in this video. Let us first talk about the SCO's statement. We know that this war began when Israel launched deep strikes into Iranian territory, targeting and eliminating Iran's top military commanders and nuclear scientists. After that, Iran retaliated. Now the SCO condemned Israel's attack, calling it a gross violation of international law. The statement said that Israel had violated the United Nations Charter and had infringed on Iran's sovereignty and territorial integrity. So the SCO strongly criticized Israel. The SCO further stated that both countries should resolve their differences peacefully and that issues related to Iran's nuclear program should be addressed through dialogue instead of war. Interestingly, talks between the US and Iran for a new nuclear deal had been ongoing for 2 months. Oman was mediating these talks. Although no breakthrough had been achieved yet, 5 rounds had taken place and the 6th was scheduled. But in the middle of all this, Israel launched its attack, and obviously the talks have collapsed after that. A deadly war has begun. Both sides are exchanging heavy fire. Amidst this, the SCO, adopting a pro-Iran stance, is criticizing Israel. Israel is justifying its attack by claiming that Iran's nuclear program poses a threat to its existence. The SCO alleges that Israel is targeting civilian areas in Iran. However, Israel denies this and states that it is targeting Iran's military leadership and nuclear program. On the contrary, Israel says that Iran is targeting civilian areas in Israel. So a full-fledged information warfare is underway from both sides. Both countries are presenting their own versions of the events and justifying their actions. People are also divided. Based on their own preferences and biases, they are choosing which version to believe. The situation is extremely tense. The SCO has expressed deep concern over the escalating tensions in the Middle East. However, India has distanced itself from the SCO's pro-Iran stance. As usual, India has adopted a neutral position. Before we understand India's stance, let us quickly look at the background of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Once you know this, you'll better understand why the SCO has taken a pro-Iran position. The SCO, or Shanghai Cooperation Organization, is a regional organization that was established in 2001. Initially, it was known as the Shanghai Five. In 1996, a meeting was held in the city of Shanghai, China, involving 5 countries: China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. These countries decided to enhance political, economic, security, and defense cooperation among themselves. And thus, the Shanghai Five organization came into existence in 1996. In 2001, Uzbekistan was added to this group, and the Shanghai Five was renamed the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. With this, the organization now had 6 member states. The goal remained the same: to deepen political, economic, security, and defense cooperation among the members. Later, in 2017, the SCO was further expanded to include India and Pakistan, raising the number of members to 8. In 2023, Iran became the 9th member, and in 2024, Belarus became the 10th member. Thus, the SCO now has 10 member states. In addition, there are 2 observer states, Afghanistan and Mongolia, and several dialogue partners. The headquarters of the SCO is in Beijing, the capital of China. The presidency of the SCO rotates among its member states. Currently, China holds the presidency. Before this, it was held by Kazakhstan. This was a brief background of the SCO. From this background, you can now understand why the SCO issued a pro-Iran statement. Iran is a member of the SCO. China imports large amounts of energy from Iran, and currently China holds the chair of the SCO. Russia is also a member of the SCO. A Russia, China, Iran, North Korea axis is gradually emerging, so Russia also supports Iran. Just as the US stands behind Israel, Russia and China are backing Iran, which is why the SCO issued a strongly worded statement criticizing Israel. India is also a member of the SCO, and India maintains friendly relations with both Israel and Iran. Iran, as we know, is crucial for India's energy security. Through Iran's Chabahar port, India can bypass Pakistan to access Central Asia. That's why India has made significant investments in the Chabahar port. On the other hand, Israel is an important defense and security partner for India. India and Israel also collaborate in key sectors like technology, cybersecurity, and agriculture. So India has good relations with both Iran and Israel. That's why instead of taking sides, India has chosen to adopt a neutral stance. India clarified that it was not part of the discussions that led to the SCO statement. In other words, without India's participation, with the Iranian push, this statement was issued during China's presidency with Russia's support. It was important to clarify this, and India did exactly that. India made it clear that it does not support the SCO stance. India has its own distinct position, which is very clear. The situation should be de-escalated through dialogue and diplomacy, and peace and stability should be restored in the region as soon as possible. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar expressed sympathy with the people of Iran after the Israeli attack. Also, Indian Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi conveyed India's concerns to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu when Netanyahu called him for a briefing after the attack. India, while maintaining a completely balanced stance, strongly condemns terrorism and also emphasizes the need to restore peace as soon as possible. It gives priority to its own national interests and does not get entangled in the agenda of any one country. So now you must have understood why India, despite being a member of the SCO, chose to distance itself from the SCO statement. That's all for today's session. Thank you for your time.